Right now, what people are talking about across Makurdi and nearby areas is how armed bandits who have been disturbing peace were suddenly pushed back after a very strong response. Reports coming in show that this was not just one small incident, but a series of firm actions that changed the situation on the ground. People who live around these areas say the tension that used to be constant started reducing as security forces and local defenders stood their ground and refused to be intimidated anymore. This development has brought a mix of relief, cautious hope, and deep reflection among residents who have lived with fear for a long time. According to what is being gathered from the area, the bandits had been trying to move around certain routes, farmlands, and outskirts, causing panic and forcing people to stay indoors. But this time, they were met with resistance that they did not expect. Security operatives were more alert, communities were more united, and information sharing was faster. The result was a pushback that forced these criminal elements to retreat and abandon some of their positions. This is why many people are saying this moment feels different from before. As this is happening, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss important updates like this. Your support really helps us keep bringing these stories to you. Now, let's talk about why this pushback matters so much. For months, farmers in and around Makurdi have struggled to go to their farms freely. Markets have closed early, schools have been disrupted, and families have lived with constant worry. When people hear that bandits were overpowered, it sends a signal that things can change when there is determination and coordination. It also gives confidence to those who were beginning to lose hope that peace could return. What also stands out in this situation is the role of local communities. People did not just sit back and wait. They cooperated with security agencies, reported suspicious movements, and stayed alert. This kind of cooperation makes it harder for criminals to operate freely. When communities and security forces work together, it creates pressure that bandits find difficult to withstand. That is one of the key reasons this pushback was effective. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because we will continue to follow this story closely and bring you clear updates in simple English. Another important angle to this story is the message it sends to other troubled areas. When criminals see that resistance is strong and consistent, it discourages them from spreading fear. It also encourages other communities to organize themselves properly, stay law-abiding, and support security efforts in a responsible way. This is not about taking the law into one's hands, but about standing united and refusing to be silent. People on the ground say movement has slowly started returning to normal in some places. You can see traders opening their shops with more confidence and residents moving around with less fear than before. Of course, everyone knows that the situation is still sensitive, and nobody is saying the problem has completely ended. But compared to the past, this moment feels like a turning point. As you are listening, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps more people see this update and stay informed. It is also important to mention that security is not just about force alone. Long-term peace requires trust, justice, and steady presence of authorities. Many residents are calling on the government to sustain this pressure, not relax after this success. They want patrols to continue, intelligence gathering to remain active, and response to threats to be swift. If that happens, the gains made from this pushback can be protected. At the same time, families who were displaced or affected need support. Homes were abandoned, farms were left unattended, and livelihoods were interrupted. As calm gradually returns, there must be efforts to help people rebuild their lives. Peace is meaningful when it allows people to live, work, and raise their children without fear. Please remember again to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your engagement makes a big difference. Another thing people are discussing is the psychological impact. Living under constant threat changes how people think and behave. This recent development has lifted morale in many homes. Parents feel a bit more confident, youths feel heard, and elders feel that their cries were not ignored. That emotional relief is just as important as the physical security. However, everyone is being advised to stay alert. Criminal groups sometimes retreat only to regroup. That is why continuous vigilance is necessary. Community leaders are encouraging residents to remain calm, avoid spreading panic, and always report genuine concerns through the right channels. Calm awareness is better than fear. As this story continues to develop, one clear lesson is emerging. Unity matters. When people refuse to be divided and choose cooperation over fear, it becomes harder for violence to take root. This is a lesson not just for Makurdi, but for many other places facing similar challenges. Please like and subscribe if you are finding this update helpful. We will keep breaking it down in a way everyone can understand. What many people are quietly talking about is how this pushback has changed the mindset of residents. Before now, fear controlled daily life. People planned their movements based on rumors of danger. But after this strong response, there is a growing belief that criminals are not as powerful as they once appeared. That mental shift is very important because fear itself can weaken a community even before any real attack happens. People living around the affected areas are saying that for the first time in a long while, they slept with a bit more peace. Some families who used to keep lights off at night out of fear are now relaxing slightly. This does not mean people are careless, but it shows that confidence is slowly returning. Confidence gives people strength to rebuild their lives. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel so more people can hear these updates and stay informed. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It supports the channel and helps us keep sharing real-time updates.